You are tuned in to uGospel.com. I am Mike Jones. I have a very special guest on the phone today, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. J. Moss. Jamie, how are you doing today?
Mike Jones, what's up, boy?
I'm good, man. Well, first I want to say congratulations on the new album you just put out a few weeks ago, Grown Folks Gospel, which did debut at #1.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. You guys played a big part in that, man. You know, it's very seldom you get a site that comes along, man, and helps you throughout the entire journey. And you guys were there, man. Free fire, during the fire, after the fire, just helping pub and spread the word for us, man, and I really appreciate that. But, yeah, we're really excited about it being #1, especially being on the PMG label, being our first effort out for 2014, man. It's just a great feeling.
All right, and Ned, you just said a couple of things that I want to touch on. I don't even know which one to get into first, so.
Just have at it, man. Have at it.
All right, first things first. Now, Grown Folks Gospel. What exactly is Grown Folks Gospel to you?
Grown Folks Gospel, man, is anybody going through any real stuff, man, just real life. And I always, it's definitely not demographically centered at all. It's more of a metaphor. And I always say this example, man. I walked my oldest child, who's 14 years old. I walked him through ground zero. That's what I call the burnt house. And he was looking at all this stuff, man, and I saw that he was hanging his head a little low. So I said, you know, little Jay, what's up, man? How you feel? What's wrong? And he was he's like, wow, Dad, you know, just never been through nothing like this, man, seeing all our stuff destroyed, you know. He said, but it's all good. That was cool. You know, we'll bounce back. And I'm thinking, Mike, he's talking about me because I'm always taking good care of my family. So I'm thinking he's got faith in me, saying that, you know, Dad, you always look out for it. So he's giving me an encouraging word. So I'm going to call his bluff on it. I say, well, how you know we're going to bounce back? He was like, God told me. And I was like, man, that hit me so hard. And that's what this record is all about, man. It's about anybody going through stuff. It could be a 14-year-old. It could be a 74-year-old. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, but we're all going through grown issues today. And, you know, especially our children, man, they go through stuff that I never even thought about going through when I was coming up and being their age, man. So this record really just evokes that quality time with God, that one-on-one time. That record is really smooth. It's not intrusive at all. And you just kind of put on and lay back to, man, and chill with, man. I love it.
And the fans love it, too. I was doing a little research. Well, I didn't even have to do research because, of course, I always see news coming from your camp and social media or stuff like that. But I did see a couple of the people that were tweeting about the album, and everybody loves this project.
You know what, Mike? This one girl said, man, I think it was a female, I mean, she said, yo, this new J. Moss record helped me fall in love with God all over again. You know, when people start saying stuff like that, man, you got to pause a minute and say, okay, well, let me listen to it again. Because that's an impactful statement, you know what I'm saying?
Right, amen. So I know you definitely feel like a piece of work like this is necessary in gospel today, in music, period, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think so. We always, I mean, the Pajam crew, we're always trying to fill those voids, man, where people haven't tapped into. We don't like to chase the game. We like to kind of set the game, you know. So it's like, you know, whatever we can find and do to get people talking again, to get people excited about gospel, you know, to keep people excited about J. Moss, Pajam, any of that stuff, man, we'll just tap into it. And we thought that the timing was really right for the Grown Folks Gospel concept.
Okay. And could you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, we tapped into it, and one of the reasons why we felt like it was a good time to do it is because we knew we were going to have to do some unconventional things. Tap into some unconventional websites, go against the grain a little bit, do some interviews that, you know, just wasn't a normal kind of thing. So, being our own label, we had the opportunity to be able to really flex our muscle a little bit and kind of float upstream. And I think putting a record out like this where people didn't really know what they were going to get, it really kind of helped in us being able to tap into some new audiences and some groundware, things that we were trying to say and portray about the project were appropriate.
Do you have a favorite single that's on the project?
I don't know. They all kind of just hit me, man. They hit me, you know, depending on what day it is, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. You know, it's just one of those things, man. I find myself being on repeat on different songs just throughout the entire record, man. And that feeling will hit you like, okay, I'm about to rewind this. It's feeling good to me, or it's ministering to me lyrically, or just the music and the melody and the tones are actually getting to me. So I don't have a one standout single. I just had a lot of fun recording this record because it was such a new sound. and it was a new vibe coming from me, man, that I really, really am comfortable with.
Okay, I'm going to reword that question. Say you're driving in your car, somebody cuts you off in traffic. Now, you want to speed up on this person or do whatever you want to do, but then you put in your CD, and to calm you down, what song are you going to put on?
Oh, man, that's a good one, man. I think since it's so early up in the lineup that You Make Me Feel has the most gentle and calming element in it. You know, you can just kind of put that joint on, man, just kind of lose yourself in the vibe of it. Before you can get to the lyrics, you just kind of lose yourself in the vibe of it. So I would say number 2.
Right. Okay. Now, we definitely want to get back to Grown Folks Gospel. Now I want to talk about The Fire, man. That sounded crazy when I actually did see that. The first thing I was thinking was like, you know, of course you guys were all blessed that no one was hurt in the fire. So could you kind of tell us a little bit about how that all went down?
Oh, man, it was crazy, man. You know, I'm in the studio working on post-production for the record, and I hear that noise outside. And when I go check it out to investigate, outside the door of my studio room, I see the outlet malfunctioning, man. It's got a battery charger and battery in it. And I'm like, wow, you know, this is not good because I've seen all the YouTube videos about how these things can explode if they get under pressure. So I run to the electrical control panel, man, to just try to flick out some stuff and turn the switches off to see if I could disengage the power going to that side of the house. And the lights went out, so I thought I hit it, man. And as I ran back over to the outlet, that's when it went up, man. It went up in flames, man. And I tell people this all the time. It was the most beautiful sight I had seen in my life, or in a long time. You know, it was something. I mean, because we usually see fires, but they're on TV. We usually see fires, but they're in the fireplace. We usually see fires, but it's on the grill. You know, not nothing just sitting in the corner of your house. You know, so it's just this vibrant, very beautiful, colorful light, man. That I was just kind of in a trance for a minute, man. I was freaking out, but I was still in the trance at just how beautiful it was. And God snatched me out of that, man, and I ran upstairs and was able to get out, you know, just in time.
Did you ever wonder if that was like a message or if...
Man, I've heard so many people, Mike, putting cliches to it. It was like, no, it was a simple, you know, it was a symbol of your record, man. Your record's going to be fire, you know. I was like, oh, man, stuff, man.
Right.
My bishop actually told me that one, man. I think he was just kind of joking around with me, though. But, man, you know, I think all of it was just God's way of getting my attention and letting me know that, you know, these are the types of people you're going to be singing to. You know, this is the kind of people that I'm going to put this GFG in front of. It's people that have just lost everything. It's people where the husband just came home and took all the financial resources and left the family on their own. You know, disasters, floods, you know, wintertime's coming. You know, you never know what's coming around the corner. And he was just like, I needed you to feel that sense of hopelessness, that sense of homelessness, you know. You know, so that was one of those kind of things, man. I think God is just God's way of really just trying to provoke me and let me know what was coming in terms of who I would be ministering to.
And how are you able to, like, bounce back from that? Like, I know that you saying you were doing the post-production of the album and everything like that, so you were working at the time, but, like, if it would have been me, I would have just been, like, down and out and just not, I don't know, I would have just been, like, a unrealistic state of mind, like, okay, this album is coming out, I have to go on the road, but then I have to still deal with this house, then I have to also make sure my family is good, and it's, like, so much. Like, how were you able to still move forward and push through this traumatic experience?
Oh, man, it's rough. You know, it's rough. You know, I ain't gonna even hold you up on that, bro. It's it was one of those things, man. As a daddy, a husband, and a provider, man, you just sitting there looking like, okay, God, I need you on this. You know, this one. I'm only one dude. You know, I'm tripping, and all my stuff's gone. And like you said, you got your wife in one ear, you got your kids looking at you in the other ear. You got your ministry still like, yeah, we know you're burnt out, but we want to see you. We want to give you some hugs. You know, but you got to get out on the road. The record company, the distributing company, they all looking at us like, yo, yo, we still need this record to come out, yo. You know, we're sorry for you, but you know. So you're right, man. It was rough, man. But I think what helped me through a lot of it, man, was my family. My wife was very understanding. My children were. My immediate family, you know, my mom, my brother and sisters, and then of course, you know, my Pajam team. You know, they were real instrumental at softening the blow in a lot of areas, handling a lot of things for me in terms of turning the record in. And just helping me through areas where they know that I would normally have my hands in. They were just like, yo, Dave, deal with that. We got this over here, and, you know, we got your back. So I think my support team can be attributed with the success of everything happening so smoothly.
Amen, and thank God for putting those people in your life that were detrimental to you moving forward, you know.
Yeah, man. You're exactly right, man. It's just one of them things, man. I love my support team, my support factor, and then ultimately God, man. Just having His hand around me and the entire situation really helped me out a lot.
Now, if someone did actually pull you to the side after like a show or something, they went through that same experience. Is there any? I know I keep talking, I'm trying to pinpoint these songs out, but is there any song on the album that you would recommend to them that would minister to that situation?
Fall at Your Feet was a good one, man, where I was actually, I had to fall at the mercy of God. That's all I had left, was really just, Lord, help me through this. You know what I mean? I didn't have nothing else, man. I really didn't. So Fall at Your Feet, I think, was one of the standout songs that just kind of gave me a peace, man, and let me know that, He had me. His grace has always been consistent, and His grace has always been efficient. And that let me know just through some of the darkest and most lonely times that, God was going to work all this stuff out, man, and I would be all right.
All right. But I know that you had the Holiday Praise Tour with Isaac Curry, Jason Nelson, and 2103. Did you guys already hit the road yet?
Actually, man, we're going to kick it back in. We're going to change it to the Winter Praise Tour and kick it in after the holidays, man. Everybody was getting so busy. But, we got a lot of buzz on that. A lot of promoters are interested in it. We're still lining some things up for the top of the year, man. And I think it's going to be a really good ticket, man. When we send it out there, we start e-blast, a lot of entities were really interested in having that at their churches and their venues, man. So be on the lookout for that. It's coming.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of definitely good vocalists on the bill for that, like you, Jason, Isaac, and 2103. That's going to be a crazy tour. You said you guys want to call it the Winter Tour?
Yeah. Of course, after those holidays are over, man, we were always going to flip it to the Winter Praise Tour. So we'll go to something like that, man. And just, like I said, if you're following me, you'll be up on all the happenings with that. But yes, it's definitely coming down the pipe.
Y'all should just call it the Beast Gospel Vocalist Tour. Vocal Gospel.
The Beast Gospel. The Vocal Gospel Beast. All right.
Yeah, VGB. So what's next, Mr. J. Moss?
Oh, man. Shoot, man. I'm a pastor at my church, one of the associate pastors there, and the Lord is really blessing in that area. So I'm doing a lot of preaching and speaking, things of that nature. And then, of course, just handling this label, man. Looking forward to the 2103 record coming out. Starting to drop singles on that in the early part of 2015. Handling all of that business, man. Getting some new artists geared up and dropping some new records for the label, man. And just some TV pilots that we've been pitching, man, and getting more and more into my radio thing. That's one of my second loves. And having a lot of fun, man. I'm really enjoying God and having a lot of fun on this run.
If you were to, start getting into the TV stuff that you guys were pitching, what kind of TV would you be interested in doing? More so like acting or reality or? And I try to stay away from the reality thing, man. Right.
But, if we needed to do one, behind the scenes with Pajam or something like that, we can definitely pull it off, man. We're funny guys. We're comical. We have a lot of fun.
Right.
There's always some drama going on, so that would be cool to see. And that's one of the ideas that we're having, man. So we just, we could do the reality thing, but man, I want to get into some real acting, man. I want, give me a script. Give me a script. Let me memorize the lines, man.
Some
that's
green
what I want to do.
Screen action or something.
Right.
The only thing with reality TV, I said, is if people do that, like the best thing is if you could be a producer or something like that on the show where you have one of the final says, because some people just sign up and have themselves looking crazy, and then it's like they really didn't have no choice.
Right. Yeah,
I'm sure you already knew all that.
Yeah, I know how the game goes, man. That's why you gotta have a good management system behind you, somebody that can be there, to do all the checks and balances so you don't put you in a position to fail. But yeah, man, I would love to get to some real acting and stuff. Dietrich definitely gave me a little shine, gave me a little love in his movie, Blessed and Cursed, man. And I've cameoed in a couple others, man. So I'm getting real closer to that main role. I'm getting closer.
Now, how can all of your fans and your supporters stay in contact with you through your social media or the web or anything like that?
Well, one, they can stay up on uGospel.com. Y'all always show your boy love, man. That's real dope. And, of course, I'm at Inside J Moss. That's across all 3 platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's Inside J Moss. At Inside J Moss. Holla at your boy. I manage my own stuff. And listen, those testimonies and words of encouragement, things of that nature, that stuff goes a long way, man. You know, when we having those little low moments or what have you as an artist, as a minister, when we open that stuff up and we see that our ministry is actually blessing lives, man, through Jesus Christ, that means a lot. And it helps us carry on another day, another week, another year. So keep them coming. Keep the praises coming. We love you. I love them. I read them all. Can't respond to them all, but I definitely read through my entire feed. Thank you so much.
I mean, we want to thank you for taking the time out of that busy schedule. I know you got a million things going on, but you did talk to us here today at uGospel.com. I'm Mike Jones. Again on the phone, it's the one and only Jay Moss, whose album Grown Folks Gospel is in stores now. The next year, make sure you check out for that tour coming out, which we're going to call the Vocal Gospel Beast Tour. And but again, man, congrats on the new project, and congrats on, you know, still being a trendsetter in the game. Of course, the gospel needs you. And I'll talk to you again soon, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Again, man, y'all showed so much love, like I said. The beginning stages, during the disaster, even post, and during the #1 period, you guys showed so much love. So anything I could ever do for you, Gospel, and y'all family over there, you know you got some brothers on the Pajam crew, man, that'll hold y'all up. So don't hesitate.
Amen. And I have you on tape saying that, so.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt. I stick to my word. My word is bond, baby.
All right, man. You have a blessed day. Thanks again.
Okay, Mike. Yep, thank you, man.